Hey everybody, Joe here with Front Porch Marketing. Today I'm inside. It's still beautiful outside, but I'm sitting in here because I wanted to talk more about Google's new update, the Page Experience Update. This was released May 28th, announcement for it. The Page Experience Update is going to affect search engine rankings incredibly. We've been talking for the past year how we noticed SEO being affected by server speed incredibly. And we've made changes to our marketing plans for our customers to address that. But now it's official. Google released the Page Experience Update notice. It's going to go live probably in 2021, something like that, maybe a little bit sooner. But what is a Page Experience Update? Google says it's page experience criteria, but the metrics aim to understand how a user will perceive the experience of a specific web page. So what does that mean? You go to a web page, how you perceive it is a factor based on load time, how long it takes for immediate input, how things are displayed to you, the layout, content, things like that. I'll go over some of those things today in this video. So the Google Page Experience Update. Let's talk about some of the core vitals to it. The Lcp measurement, which is the largest contentful paint, measures loading performance. To provide a good user experience, the LCP, so the paint, the display of the page, should be under 2.5 seconds. The FID, or first input delay, should be less than 100 milliseconds. The cumulative layout shift, these are all big crazy terms that Google loves to use. The CLS measures visual stability, and to provide a good page experience, the CLS should be less than 0.1. That's incredibly low. Now, how do you address all of these things together? What all of this comes down to is good page layout, good page development, and best of all, server speed. The faster your servers are, the better your page is designed, the better these things will display. And when you group them all together, the page experience for all of these things will help define your ranking score. So Core Web Vitals will start at the loading time, interactivity, visual stability, and then it drops down to some of the new markers like mobile friendliness, safe browsing, which is SSO, HTTPS, and then other things like, is the page safe? Is it known to have malware on it or something like that that's affecting the ranking experience? So as we move forward, some of the new things in the Page Experience Update, the LCP we talked about, largest contentful paint, the FID, the first input delay, cumulative layout shift, mobile friendly browsing. Every page by now should be mobile friendly. If your website is not mobile friendly, your web developers, your IT department, they need to be fired. Everything should be mobile friendly at this point. Safe browsing. The page doesn't contain malicious material. You're not getting scripts from Null. You're not getting fake items or putting phishing material on your site. You have a real site. It's protected. It's safe. You're using paid for scripts. You're using well-defined software that people understand and know that it's safe to use. You have HTTPS installed. If your site does not have SSL right now, you're taking a major hit from Google. I see businesses all the time and I talk to them and say, hey, your site, it doesn't have an SSL. And they're like, oh, well, our IT guys, our web people say it's not required. It is required. You need HTTPS these days to function as a website. Same with being mobile friendly. If you don't have HTTPS and mobile friendly web service right now, you might as well not even have a website. All of these things together are going to make your site rank. But the biggest one will be that page speed. And how do you do that? You increase your server speed. Now, you're not going to be able to do this on sites that have shared hosting. There's many of these out there We used to use the HostGators for one, Bluehost, GoDaddy. We've used them all in the past. They are great for beginning sites, for new businesses. But as your business becomes more professional and you want to get your page out there and beat your competitors, you need to move to private managed hosting. And I'm talking about it because, of course, we provide that. The Real Social Company in Columbus, Ohio, does private managed WordPress hosting. We are one of the fastest hosts in the United States for WordPress. We have built-in CDN, built-in SSL for all sites, and our servers are optimized for WordPress. What does this mean? When you install a base WordPress install on our servers versus one of these shared hosting sites, we are going to be incredibly faster. And as we tweak and install the plugins you need, you're going to be so much faster that it will increase your search ranking. We've seen jumps, believe it or not, up to 40% just from moving over to our servers from a shared hosting facility. But back to what we were talking about, this Google page experience update. I'm looking at the website here. One of the keys is great content. You want to have great content, and you need to be able to display it quickly. You want to be able to have the top stories. One of the things about having top stories is how they are displayed. Once again, back again to the speed. How can you deliver that speed? Having excellent servers and doing some little tweaks. All of the sites that we move over to our company, we install AMP, Accelerated Mobile Pages. Perhaps you've seen on your phone, if you're doing a search under Google, you'll see along the left a little lightning bolt by the name. What that means is that's an AMP ready page. It's cached on Google servers. If you click it, it appears almost instantly. We recommend this and install it for all clients and configure it to get their page to #1. Why do we keep going on about this server speed? It's because we've been talking about this for the past year. We have seen such incredible differences in page rank just from people moving over to our servers and from having fast servers and from having stable servers. You move it over, you're gonna see an increase. You speed up your servers, you're gonna see an increase. And now Google has backed us up by releasing the page experience update. So if you're interested, if you wanna talk about it, tell us what you're doing with your site, have questions about accelerated mobile pages, about speeding up your server, about optimizing WordPress, you can contact me, Joe, at therealsocialcompany.com. Come over to the website, realsocialcompany.com. DM us on Facebook at The Real Social Company, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, whatever you like. Send us a text, send us a DM. We'll be happy to answer your questions. Remember, we're always available to host your website. All site moves are free, and we're here to help. Talk to you soon.